This is going to be a little bit of a ramble, I guess, today, because I've had just a bunch of different thoughts going through my head. Action. Today's coffee chat features hot chocolate instead of coffee because I want to be able to sleep tonight and it's already 5 o'clock. I also have started and stopped this video 3 or 4 times today because I cannot get a grip in my brain on what it is specifically that I even want to talk about. I've had a lot of ideas floating around in my head the past couple of days about what to include in this month's coffee chat, and I think that what it really comes down to is I'm starting to realize I've always really enjoyed booktubers that go into a much deeper analysis of what they're reading. Most specifically, my name is Marines. I always love what she has to say about books. I love that she is critical of what she reads, especially when the books that she's criticizing are really well-known titles that people are just kind of consuming without looking at any of the problematic content that they have. I talked a little bit in my January wrap-up about an author and series that I was not really comfortable with reading anymore due to the way that the Inuit people in Alaska and Canada were being portrayed. And I think that going in with that mindset to my February reads really affected how I was reading certain books. Now, when I go on Kindle Unlimited and I get my Kindle Unlimited romances, I know that some of these really trashy, simplistic, very spicy romance books to me are on the same level as a love-based reality TV show set in another country. It's Love Island, it's Too Hot to Handle, it's MILF Manor, it's Love is Blind and Marriage at First Sight both. So to me, those are really just surface level books. And that's why they take me only a day to read. When I'm reading books that have more significant content, I find that it just takes me a lot longer because I'm consciously putting effort into understanding what I'm reading and looking for those deeper levels. I got this idea and these wheels kind of started turning because I visited some of my old coworkers last week, and one of my old coworkers is currently in an MFA program, and he is going to hopefully be a very famous writer one day. And he said that he and another person in the office were talking about some of my videos and how many books I had read, last year and in January alone. And they were just wondering, how do I do it? How do I read so many books? And I kind of had to laugh, and I said, the difference is I read really fluffy, light romances, and you read like heavy literary fiction. And when I say that he's reading heavy literary fiction, he's reading books that would take me a month to read because I would go through a page and have to sit there and take it all in and really think about the content. So of course I read at a quicker pace because my books are the reality TV of literature. And honestly, if you know me, you know that I am in no way trying to belittle romance as a genre. It is one of the biggest selling and most popular genres in the world. With that being said, I did make one of my goals to read less romance this year, and so far it's not going great. Right now, about 9% of my reads are not romance. So moving forward, I am currently working on a nonfiction title via audiobook, and I also downloaded a few mysteries and a classic to my Kindle so that I can get a little bit more breadth to my genres that I'm reading. The difference between reading a book purely for the enjoyment, the same kind of enjoyment I would get out of rewatching the 2005 Pride and Prejudice or binging Love Island on the weekends, And to me, that level is just pure entertainment. My rambling thoughts lead me back to the idea that book talkers and booktubers aren't really reading as much as they say they are. Trust me, I'm reading these books. They go quickly because they are pure enjoyment. Ultimately, I don't think that the amount of books or the quality of books that you read make you a reader or don't make you a reader. If you love books, if you love reading, you're a reader. At the end of the day, it's not just about reading the right books, because there's no such thing. It's just about reading books, period. As always, stay safe, make good choices, and have a great night. Bye. If it's bound and I could buy it at a bookstore, it's a book, okay?